Coming to you a day early on a Thursday, let's try to get you a jump on this week's value plays. If you stash Derrick Rose that it's going to pay some dividends, maybe. Memphis has quite a few guys. Game time decisions on Marcus Smart, on Luke Kennard. Morant obviously still suspended, so Rose, if he can get back, no news on this or anything, but this could be his weekend. He is $2. And Memphis looks like they have a good matchup against San Antonio and then a tougher one at home against Boston. He can do it. I'm telling you. Pick one up if you got $2 laying around. How about Najee Marshall? He's come back from injury. Played 14 minutes his first game back. Then he was up to 21 last game, and that was with Herb Jones rejoining the starting five. Larry Nance is out, so his minutes are gone. Looks like JRE's on the decline. That's not unexpected. Expect Marshall to get right around 20, maybe even a little higher. Their injury report looks like no one coming back until after this weekend at the earliest. They have two pretty tough matchups in Denver and Minnesota, but both at home. And Marshall's actually one of those guys he's a 1.24 Sorare points per minute. So you get him up over 20, he could get you in the mid to upper 20s, maybe even low 30s on a great night. L10 of 11 if you want to fit him in. He was 527 this morning. Looks like he's up to about $6 right now. I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on John Conchar, but he's one of those guys that with all the injuries in Memphis could get some run this weekend. With an L10 of 12 and a price point of $242, I think he's worth a look. This brings us to the play of the day. We've had the same guy for the last couple weeks, it seems like, but he's still only a 12 L10, and that's Haywood Highsmith. 7 games this year, 26 minutes a night, but more recently he's been over 30 a couple times. He's starting. He's playing so many minutes right now, you can't ignore him, and his L10 is still so low because he had games in the playoffs last year against Denver where he, in the finals, he got in the games but only scored 1 or 0 points. So it's keeping his L10 really low. But as you can see here, game week 3 he had a 24, game week 5 he had a 32, then a 33, then a 43 this last week. This is a lineup winner right here. I mean, this is the kind of guy that wins you a lineup. He's the last guy you put in, your contender, your champion. And he brings it home for you with a 40-point performance. So I honestly can't believe he's still under $10. I think this guy's going to be 12 or 13 before lineup lock tomorrow. Boucher isn't the slam dunk that I think Highsmith is, but he's kind of interesting. OG Anunoby has been out the last couple of games after he cut his finger doing household chores. Not sure if he's back this weekend. If not, Boucher's been stepping in and playing pretty well. Just doesn't have quite the upside. Dama for Memphis is a guy that is pretty interesting to me right now. He's 5 games in off of injury. His minutes are about 21, but kind of climbing gradually. He's coming off his best game of the season yesterday, so I think he's in play for sure. A little more expensive at $754, but with an L10 of 16, he just scored 39. So he's a guy that can certainly help you out. Lest we forget about our old friend JaVale McGee in Sacramento. He was out of the rotation when Alex Len started playing a lot better. Alex Len immediately got a high ankle sprain, and JaVale McGee is back in the rotation, albeit very limited minutes, very limited upside, but 2 good matchups this weekend, L10 of 12, and the reason I'm including him is because his price is $1.08. Today I just wanted to show you this metric, which will give you some fillers for cost-effective fillers, we'll call them. These are guys that are just the best Sorare points per dollar as of what their limited costs were this morning when I filled out my sheet. So as you can see, Boban Marjanovic at 76 cents coming through with 8.9 points per game. Looks like a great value, except he really doesn't play. He's only played in 3 games. So some of these guys you have to just throw out. McGee will play, so that's why he was on the list. He's $1. 11.63 points per dollar. So that's a decent value. You can pause this and take a look at this list of guys and see if there's anybody you want to fill in. You know, obviously I would take a hard look at how many games people played and how many minutes a game they're playing before you start making decisions. Make sure they're not injured. Derrick Rose, Jay Crowder, Alex Len, all injured. So just another thing to look at if you're looking for some filler guys that you want on the cheap. So good luck this weekend. Hope you all win your competitions.